Y'all look so good. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Tim Regan, and I'm the Executive Director of Foodworks at the Maryland Food Bank. I apologize for the awkward speaker to audience layout here, but we're online, actually, and so we have a virtual audience as well as an in-person audience. So kind of bear with us. I know it's... and I also have to hold my microphone, which I forgot. So hopefully y'all can hear me now online. Actually, this is the 27th graduation ceremony since I joined the Maryland Food Bank in 2015. 27. It's crazy. And that's 27 great days at the Maryland Food Bank. Because I tell you, Foodworks graduations are the best days. When you ask them what the best days are at the Maryland Food Bank, I will tell you. They are Foodworks graduations. And actually, last Friday, just a week ago, we graduated our 40th class at the Halethorpe Kitchen. So it's pretty awesome. But what's really awesome is this is the second graduation we've had here at the UA House, which is continuing a new era for Foodworks. Our UA House program is a little different from what we do in Halethorpe, because here we specialize in training a kind of a particular category of students, mostly young people between the ages of 18 and 24. In this program, we're trying to address a particular need here in Baltimore, providing training and employment opportunities for young people at the start of their work life. For our graduates, this day is truly special. It's a rite of passage, celebration of all the hard work that went into their training here at Foodworks. This class started back with us in July, right? In July. And the students have worked through this kind of hybrid online, on-site training model from start to finish. So they're here 3 days a week, they're online 2 days a week, and they're kind of having to do both, managing the whole program. In the past 12 weeks, the graduates have learned a variety of culinary techniques, gained valuable information on knife skills and food costs, nutrition, menu planning, and have been certified as food safety experts, all while working just 3 days a week here in the kitchen and 2 days a week Zooming in or being on Ruby.com. So they've also learned about how to do learning online, how to do remote training, and they've worked closely with their instructors to learn new tools like Zoom, which I think we all are experts in now, and Ruby.com, which is actually a pretty cool culinary training program that's online. All the students received a year's subscription to Ruby. There's a lot more on Ruby than they did a lot on Ruby. This class, the whole class, did both Foundations 1 and Foundations 2 in Ruby, which is awesome. So they've, not only done all that, learned all the culinary skills, but they've focused, their digital literacy has improved. And of course, as a group of young people, their digital literacy is way ahead of the rest of us in this crowd, in this office, or in this building. But, and they've learned some really important things about what it's like to work, what it's like to be on time every day, what it's like to be in uniform, how to work with other people, how to resolve issues when you're trying to collaborate on making something, on doing anything together, even cleaning the kitchen, which they have done an awesome job at, actually, every day that they're here. So our graduates have learned, this is my favorite new phrase, knife skills and life skills. So class 2, UA class 2, which is, maybe not the greatest name. We got to figure out a different name to call the UA class here, but UA class 2. You've earned the right to wear those chef whites proudly, and I think you're prepared to lead very long, successful careers in the food industry. So as you begin that career in lots of different places across the state or running your own business, I've no doubt you're going to make your Foodworks mentors very proud. I also want to encourage you to figure out ways to help those with less than you and to establish yourself as a leader. Not only within your kitchen, but within your community and in the movement to end hunger, because that's what the Maryland Food Bank and Foodworks are all about, ending hunger. So thank you, congratulations on a great achievement, and we're looking forward to the rest of this program. So I want to take a few minutes kind of at the top to talk about the hard work of some amazing partners here at the UA House. First off, the American Heart Association came to us nearly 2 years ago to talk about developing a workforce development program here at their Simply Cooking with a Heart kitchen. And when you, for those who are here, if you look on the door outside, the one that goes into the kitchen from the outside hallway, it's labeled the Simply Cooking with a Heart kitchen with the American Heart Association label. They've run that program here and also in mobile sites very successfully, but it focused on hobbyists. And they really wanted to kind of turn to how do we develop professional cooks? How do we really address the challenging workforce development programs in the city of Baltimore? And who could help us do that? So they wanted to use the kitchen a little bit differently, and they wanted to address a real need in the city. And that's when they came to the Maryland Food Bank and to the Foodworks program. So I'd like to acknowledge the efforts of the American Heart Association team and say thank you to Vice President Rhonda Ford Chapman, Senior Director of Community Impact Kimberly Mays, and Community Teaching Kitchen Manager and Chef Stephanie Rose for all their hard work in making this partnership a success. There are other members of the national team, of the AHA team at their national office who supported the work and gave the kind of go-ahead and helped us get across the finish line. Rhonda Ford Chapman is going to be here before we're done, and she's going to actually want to share a few words with the students, so we'll bring her up when she arrives. I also want to acknowledge the folks at Living Classrooms, who we kind of lovingly refer to as our landlord. They own this building, and so they renovated it, I think maybe 6 years ago, into the incredible community center it is now. The Foodworks program is actually one of the more active programs here at the moment because of COVID. I think the students have seen it's starting to kind of pick up life, and more programs are kind of coming back here to the UA House. But this has been a great space for us. We love working here. We started, with Class 1 as kind of a pilot, and I think at some meeting when we were nearing the end of that class and having recruited the second class, they were like, we hope that you guys are thinking about doing this more, right? And I said, you guys are in the books. We're, going to be here for the next year. You're going to have to fight to get rid of us. So, the folks at Living Classrooms, particularly their Chief Program Officer, Chaz Ackley, who works out of this building, they've been great partners in helping us get started, dealing with our refrigerator and kind of the use of the space. So I just want to say thank you to the folks at Living Classrooms too. So if we could give them a round of applause. So I'm going to bring Rhonda Ford Chapman back up when she arrives. So we'll do that a little bit later in the program. But before we kind of move on, I want to take some time to introduce some new members of the Foodworks team. Danny Yurchenkonis is our new Foodworks case manager. She's in the back. Danny joined us from the Choice program at UMBC, where she was the associate director. She joined us at the end of July. She's been working with the students to overcome any specific barriers or challenges while in the training program. Some having to do with the space that we're in, some having to do with our schedule, some having to do with other things. But I think they've, from what we've heard from the students, it's been a great relationship from the beginning. And so we hope that you guys will stay connected to Danny as you get started on your careers. The second person I want to recognize is Adrienne Young, who's Adrienne's our new workforce development manager. She also joined the team in July, and she joined us from Job Corps, where she was the career technical training manager, had been for over 10 years. So Adrienne's job is an important one. She brings students in, gets them recruited to come into our program, works with them on their career development while they're here, and then helps them find that important first job. So Adrian's got a really important kind of key position for this next step that all of our graduates are about to take. So Danny and Adrian actually joined our team, replacing 2 team members who are watching this graduation virtually and who are actually going to be leaving the team in October, and who the students, our graduates, also got to know. Rebecca Johnson was our first case manager and began much of that critical work, the case management work that Danny's now taking over at Foodworks. She was our first one. She introduced our trauma-informed care approach, and she's worked diligently on our students' behalf. The students yesterday told us that about Rebecca, saying she wasn't even here, and we got to know her just online. So it's pretty incredible the work that she's done on the graduates' behalf, and we appreciate the great care she's shown. So thank you, Rebecca. Over 2 years ago, Darcy Sullivan joined Foodworks as our workforce development manager. Darcy has been a leader in Foodworks across the board, building out our workforce development approach, helping organize and structure our team, actually getting this program at the UA House started. And so she worked with us in the AHA to get it all going. Getting our Employer Advisory Council started. We have an Employer Advisory Council that we work with. And leading on systems and partnerships, among other things. Her impact on Foodworks has been tremendous, and we've been lucky to have her on the team. So I want to say to the audience, thank you, Darcy, for all you've done for Foodworks. We'll miss you. Another key team member with us today is chef trainer Cassandra Richardson. Where is she?
She's working in the kitchen.
Working in the kitchen. So Chef Richie actually leads our class in Halethorpe normally. And so she's actually going to be here at the UA House with Chef Mo for our next class, Class 3, which starts next Monday. So, you know, she's normally the competing, hey Rhonda, she's normally competing chef trainer that works for Mo. So we can kind of thank those folks. So I saw our guest speaker arrive. I'm looking at, are you ready?
I was gonna go grab my little treats, but
How about if you do that afterwards? First, I'll introduce you, Rhonda. So everybody, this is Rhonda Ford Chapman, who is the VP at the American Heart Association, who really kind of steered this program from kind of the start to kind of where we are today. And you wouldn't know it by looking at her, but she's been at the American Heart Association for over 30 years. Pretty amazing, huh? You were on the playground when you started, yeah. I think the thing that's kind of amazing about Rhonda is she has really been a driver of frankly, very innovative change in Baltimore and in the Mid-Atlantic region, and helping bring programs like us to the community. She recognizes the need. She works hard to kind of find creative solutions, and she's just been great to this program and to getting it started. So she wants to say a few words to the students, so I'm gonna hand it over to her now, and then I'll be back. So this is the microphone you have to hold a little bit.
Okay, techie. Hey, you guys. So congratulations. I am so happy to see this second class of UA House, is what we call you all, our UA House Foodworks graduates, because we consider you now part of the AHA family. I don't know if you knew that or not. So you got both the Maryland Food Bank behind you now, and you have the American Heart Association. So when I approached him with the idea of this collaboration a couple of years ago, we were so excited because we had looked around. We wanted to start stimulating more interest in the culinary field because there are so many job opportunities in healthcare for culinary. And so we thought, let's find a culinary workforce training. We're not going to create it. We have this amazing kitchen here, which one day maybe one of y'all will be running my kitchen. So don't forget that. But we have this community kitchen, so we said, let's see if we can find the right partner, the right collaborator to deliver greater impact. And that was the Maryland Food Bank's Foodworks program. So when we reached out to Tim, he was just so open. It aligned so well with what the organization Maryland Food Bank was looking to do, to bring more programming and access here in inner city Baltimore for you guys. It is so important that we create these opportunities for you and that we eliminate any barriers that exist for you participating in really important work like this. So from the American Heart Association, I just want to add my congratulations. I want to offer you the opportunity anytime you want to volunteer with us. We are doing everything from diabetes programming and teaching people how to manage conditions through diet. We're doing work with kids. We're teaching them how to cook, prepare healthy lunches. So think about this culinary training you received as a stepping stone to a really amazing career opportunity down the road. And I support you. We just have a little, we always like to give you guys something to tag you as AHA. Oh, wow, they got a lot of stuff. I didn't know they had all this. So we have an apron for everybody. So that's our Simple Cooking with Heart kitchen apron. We're going to give you so you don't burn your hands and every time you pick up a hot pot. And I don't know, the guys, I don't know about y'all can give it to your mom or your girlfriend, but it's a pashma, okay? And wear it during February for Heart Month, all right? So, congratulations again. Thank you so much, Tim, for inviting me to speak and share a few words from the American Heart Association. And I can't wait to see you all in action, and I expect to see you floating around a hospital or nursing home and inspiring people to eat healthy moving into the future. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Rhonda. That was awesome. All right, we're gonna, I'm gonna get back to the introduction of the team. And I left off with Chef Richie. So Chef Richie is busy in the kitchen. So, and we have one more guest who's gonna join us today, but is also running late. And so I'm gonna wait till she comes back, till she's here, and then we're gonna return back to the introduction of the team part of the program. So I'm gonna introduce first our executive chef, who needs no introduction, Mo Jordan, leads our culinary training program. So Chef Mo, it's Mo with an E, by the way, if anyone's into M-O-E. So Chef Mo joined us in November of 2019. And that feels like so long ago. It's not really that long ago in the big scheme of things, but it feels like so long ago. And was a great addition to the team. We had met her actually before, a year or more before in her former life. And so it was great that we got her to come to the Foodworks team. So, you know, she's really shaped our program during the pandemic, which, as you might imagine, has required a lot of effort, because we used to be 5 days a week on site, and, you know, the students showed up in the morning at 8:30 and you were there till like 4, and that was it, man. You did everything in the kitchen. But she quickly became a Zoom queen. The first one, I think, actually, at the food bank, because we shifted into this kind of hybrid mode. And sometimes Chef Mo steps in as a chef trainer, which she's had to do with this class. And, you know, that's always a special moment for students when Chef Mo is subbing for Chef Richie or Chef C, because the students have to adapt to, now I have the executive chef in my kitchen. But what I can tell you is, and there's lots of nods of recognition from the graduates, but as they kind of shared with us yesterday, it couldn't have gone better. They all really have had a great experience with Chef Mo. Chef Mo reports to me that, you know, she's liked being back in the kitchen this way, and I've, you know, as her boss, I'm kind of like, need to get out of the kitchen. So we struggle, but hey, like at Foodworks, we're agile, man. We do what we need to do when we need to do it. So we're very lucky to have Chef Mo on our team. She's going to come up and introduce a couple other people who are going to speak to you, and we're going to kind of keep going on, and maybe we'll come back and talk about some more of our team. Thanks. Chef Mo.
Thank you, Tim. And congratulations to you all, Class UA2. So before we get on with our program, I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you. We have overcome every obstacle that has been put in our place. One of my sayings is, as leaders, what do? We lead. As leaders, what do? So we lead by example. With that being said, I thank you all today for everything that you have done to make it this far, to invest in your future. I know it was not easy transitioning over from Chef C to myself, but like I said, I'm going to be there. I'm going to push you to reach your fullest potential every day. You know why? Because that's what family do, So let's go ahead and get started. This journey started about 12 weeks ago. Within these 12 weeks, the students learned professional culinary training. Foodworks challenges students in a professional commercial kitchen and in the classroom. And this was Miana as well as Monday. They were making a caprese steak salad for that day. Foodworks has helped me grow by creating more of a connection between the classroom and kitchen than I ever realized before. I felt more comfortable in the kitchen, but I also felt like I wasn't challenging myself enough. Foodworks pushed me to do a lot of personal growing along with the academics and technical training. It made me realize that all that I know or thought I knew, I still had a lot more to learn or learning to do. And that was from Benito Islas, Class 2. In weeks 1 through 4, during the first month, students learned the basics, starting with sanitation and thermometer calibration. They also honed knife skills, developed commercial equipment knowledge, as well as begin to understand how herbs and spices build different flavor profiles. And that was Tyra with her salmon niçoise salad. Foodworks really does help people from all walks of life. No matter your background or what your needs are, they cater to you and really help you. I got the fundamentals that I needed to help with my life, and I really encourage you all to go with Foodworks. They will take care of you. Tyra Robinson, Class UA2. This was one of our lessons when we were doing our seared scallops with the beurre blanc sauce, and we were given a critique. I typically will give the students a critique, and they always laugh at me because I say, well, it's not my personal critique. It's according to the American Culinary Federation. So, and we enjoy what we do here. Weeks 5 through 8. Armed with their new tricks of the trade, students spend the next 4 weeks exploring fresh fruits and vegetables, crafting mother sauces, fabricating meats, poultry, and seafood. Here's a slide where UA2 as well as Cohort 40 had an opportunity to merge together. We were on a field trip. We met with Chef Jasmine Norton from the Urban Burger, as well as she owns Urban Oyster. Weeks 9 through 12. Students spend their final 4 weeks furthering their competencies with proteins, learning the science of baking, as well as crafting desserts. And we have some of those delicious desserts in the back for you all today. If I could If I could sum this picture up in 3 words, it would be perseverance, dedication, and passion. When I look at this picture, it kind of sends chills. You know, we all learn to love each other. We have a personal, professional relationship. But when you look at those particular pictures, and granted, you think back to the day that you actually did and took those particular pictures, I think of day one when I first came into the classroom, and I think of week 4, day 1, when we had our breakthrough of, listen, I know I'm not Chef C, but I'm gonna give you all I got, you know? So that picture takes me back to this. Favorite moment, besides learning, sitting down and eating together. Feels like being each other, feels like being each other's sibling, and we just love each other. I feel like a lot of us don't get that family meal or family dinner experience with our families. We talk, we laugh, play, we cry. We do it all together. Just having that moment after cooking everything, we appreciate one another. It makes me feel good. That's my favorite moment, being here together and watching each other grow. That's big growing. Miana Campbell. Complete candidates. Here we are with those scallops again, right? Throughout the program, students also learn front of the house management techniques, financial responsibilities, and becoming ServSafe Manager certified. Perfectly paired. When combining their culinary proficiencies, the skills Foodworks students learn during the program makes them workforce ready and highly desirable to the hospitality industry the day they graduate. What was y'all looking at? Yes. All right. And at this time, we say, the sky's the limit. Never look down, always look up. All right, so at this time, we are introducing our first student speaker, who is also our valedictorian, Morgan Cole.
Oh, man. Okay. I thank everyone for being here, especially due to situations with COVID. I really never thought I would be in this situation. For the fact that this program, all I thought about was, I'm just going to come here, I'm going to get the certifications, and I'm going to leave. And that is the total opposite of what I actually experienced here. The relationships that I had made with my teachers, the staff, and the students especially has been amazing, and I think the best part of this entire experience is, minus the certifications, I would do this over and over again. So I would like to thank Chef Mo for being there for everything. I had issues with transportation, even emotional issues. She was there for absolutely every part of it. Couldn't get here last week, like in the morning, and she just made that possible, getting the food bank truck to get here. As well as I'd like to thank my dad for taking time out of his day when he was working to pick me up so that I would just be able to get here. Everybody put in their strength to help me get here. And how it feels to be ServSafe certified, managers especially, is I've never worked in a kitchen before until now, at all, and I'm still in this situation. So I feel like I have all the experience I need to go and start my work, you know. I feel like I have all that, and this program has helped me think that I can achieve everything. I've learned a lot more than I ever thought I could, and I appreciate the people who are sitting right in front of me right now. You guys are my best friends.
And before we bring up our next speaker, I would like to say, Morgan, when you first came here, you were so quiet and so sure of every answer, every one-worded answer. It was like, am I really getting through? You know, but I just thank you, and I appreciate you for trusting in me to make sure that, you know, I gave you everything you need. I thank you for challenging me to be the very best me that I can be, so that way you can grow, you know. So with that being said, we thank you. And I also want to acknowledge Morgan. Not only did she complete the Serve Safe Manager certification, she also completed Culinary Levels Foundation 1 and 2 with high scores, as well as she didn't just stop there. She went along and took it upon herself to complete the seafood financial literacy, which also helped her to complete Culinary Foundations Level 2, but also went as far as, before we even assigned the egg functionality on Ruby Culinary Foundations 2, she went a step further and completed that as well. So we wanted to acknowledge you for all of your hard work. Congratulations. All right, and our next speaker we're going to bring up is Miana Campbell. Come on up.
Sorry, I know. Sorry, everyone. I'm not as prepared as Morgan. Okay. So, my name is Miana, as she said. When I began writing this, I honestly didn't know what to say at first. How can I measure my success from a program that constantly makes me grow? It made me think about exactly how, it made me think about exactly how I truly changed since July. While applying to this program, the application asks you, why do you want to join Foodworks? As I stated in the application, at a very young age, I saw that food truly brings people together. This program has added so much depth to that statement now as a young Serve Safe certified chef. Before this program, I was told by a chef that there are no friends in this industry, only competitors. Well, not here. Here at Foodworks and the Maryland Food Bank, they're your family as long as all the chefs involved in this program. For the last 3 months, I've been surrounded by abundance of knowledge, culinary skills, love, and support. I learned things I never knew, but things that I could also correct. For example, before, I cut my onions. Now, I choose the julienne. Before, I left that chicken to thaw in that sink, like Grandma Jetty told me to. Now, I thaw my chicken under 70 degree or below constant running water. Or how about knowing that gravy is velouté? While I could go on about all these useful and important things that you should know as a culinarian, I'd rather talk about the character development this program shapes you for as a chef. We all have realized that this industry isn't easy. There will be a bunch of no's and denials. You will burn food and must start over 1,000,000 times. You may even use salt instead of sugar on accident. Foodworks taught me that regardless, you can't give up. I used to go into this kitchen asking 1,000,000 questions on meals I was executing. I used to come in here carrying the weight from yesterday or that morning on my shoulders, and I watched it affect my progress. Chef Christina was the first person to ever stop me from cooking what I wanted due to my attitude. She was also the first step to make me stop and debrief. She told me that morning how important it is to recognize the weight that my energy carries and holds in this kitchen. She taught me to be more confident and certain in the decisions I was making for my meal executions, because a lot of times I knew what I was doing. While that may be simple for you, I will always remember that, because it made me become more self-aware. It grew my patience and my mindfulness of my fellow chefs. She taught me that when I'm in this kitchen, yesterday doesn't matter and I'm here to burn. Without knowing at the time, Chef C prepared me for Chef Mo. When Chef Mo came, we were all in a hurt place. She took the dynamics of our individual personalities that Chef C had taken into the time to learn and became our chef mom. She showed us all that everyone has a place in this industry, and she made me take the saying, when you know better, you do better, to a complete, full concept. She changed my heart because she blew breath into my belief that, I stated before, food truly brings people together. These chefs here will never be my competitors, but my family. Years from now, they will always, oh my gosh. Years from now, they will always be able to call on me for assistance. Whether that is Mondays at Priceless Taste, or Ben at his multiple restaurants with an S, or if the Maryland Food Bank needs some extra special hands. Or even if that means I must travel all the way to Australia with the spiders to help my worldwide bakers, Tyra and Morgan. I know that wherever our culinary journey takes us, we'll always lead, because that's what leaders do. I know that because of this program, along with everyone involved, I will never be in my prime as a chef because there is always be room for me to be a better me. So thank you all for this amazing opportunity and for making the beginning of my culinary start something I will never forget. To my Monday Mind, my Morgan Cole the coolest, my Top Five Menace the Menace, Chef Sister C, Aunt Danny, Auntie Adrian, and Chef Mama Mo, I love you all thoroughly and will always wish the best for all your endeavors.
Wow. I'm only going to step here for a second, actually, before I hand it over to somebody else. That was awesome. So can we just give them both an incredible round of our two newest Foodworks team members, Danny and Adrian, have prepared a resource booklet for all of you. And so they're going to come up and tell you a little bit about the resource booklet. And then Chef Mo's going to come back and we're going to hand out some special awards and, you know, we're going to go from there. Okay? Ready? I'm walking with the mic. I'm handing the mic over.
Hello, UA2. All right, so can I just say, it is like impossible to pull any type of water out of these eyes, but the both of you, man, you got me just now. You got me. All right, so, and I also want to say, and I know Danny shares this, it has been an absolute pleasure and blessing that you have been our first group. When I left Job Corps, it was like, oh, I'm sick of this. I need to start fresh. You guys reminded me why I love working with young people. You reminded me why I love doing what I do. So thank you so much. I just love you guys so much. So during the 12 weeks of the Foodworks program, 10 of those weeks are dedicated to career development. And during career development, the students learn things about resume writing, they learn about goal setting, interview skills, digital literacy. As you got to see, they got to go on field trips and sometimes even guest chefs got to come out and speak to the class about what it took to start their business or become entrepreneurs, and just being the chefs in the industry, period. So during that 10 weeks time, the students build a portfolio. And in that portfolio are your resumes that you've written, your cover letters, references, some letters of recommendation, all of your ServSafe certifications, so food handlers and ServSafe food managers, and your both Ruby level 1 and 2 certifications. So when you guys leave here, please do not be strangers. Any assistance you need with job searching, that's what I'm here for. If you just want to say hi, we would love it. And best of luck in your future.
Yeah, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity. I can't look y'all in the eyes right now. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to also just say a few quick words. I want to just double down and acknowledge for everybody in the room that's here to love on you too, that you all really overcame some significant challenges. Internally, externally, the program's already challenging, but the things that are going on in your lives are real. And y'all did such an amazing job that I have no reservations. I know everything you're about to do in your future. Not a thing. You got it. It's inspiring. It takes grit, tenacity, commitment to yourself. And that's the thing that I want to ask that you all, request that you do, is maintain that commitment to yourselves moving forward. I was so inspired to hear you mention, Miana, your commitment to each other too, because that's the one thing I wanted to also just say, that coming in as an outsider, you are remarkable. And your commitment to each other in an industry, in a world where often people are focused on tearing each other down, is huge. And we talk about it all the time, about how inspired we are and how grateful we are. And I just hope you all hold on to that quality, because you're like light in this world that shines out to everybody you meet. And I know that you've meant that to each other, but I can't wait to see like the other people you touch in your lives too. So thank you for the pleasure of knowing you and working with you, and I hope y'all stay in contact with us, because we can't wait to see you grow.
Surprise you, A2. All right, I am now here to present our Impact Awards. Okay, I'm going to read them, and you will come up and go back to your seat. This first Impact Award is for being innovative. This certificate is presented to Benito Islas for building creative solutions that challenges the status quo. We thank you for participating in the Maryland Food Bank Foodworks program. When I say challenge the status quo, Chef, I'm gonna put him on the spot. Chef, can I add this? Chef, no. Is that what your recipe says? And our ongoing joke, is that what I taught you? Our next award is for being mission-driven. This certificate is presented to Tyra Robinson for being committed and compassionate and always with a humble heart. Thank you, Tyra. Congratulations. This Impact Award is for being passionate. This certificate is presented to Miana Campbell for being energized by your work and taking ownership of your actions and your results. Congratulations. This award is for happy feet. I mean, anytime in the kitchen, no matter what day, what hour, in the morning, in the afternoon, you can always find the Amande in the kitchen, snapping and dancing. This one is for collaborative. It says this is presented to Diamande Price. Through diverse experiences and perspectives, you've displayed inclusion, trust, and mutual respect, which makes the team stronger. We thank you for your participation in the program. And last but not least, this one is for transparent. This certificate is presented to Morgan Cole for sharing openly and honestly, especially when opportunities or challenges arise. We thank you for participating in the program.
Thank you, Chef Mo. And congratulations again to all of the graduates who won those nice Impact Awards. So I'm going to take a little bit of a sideways move on this program, and I'm giving David a heads up that we are going to show the video, but just after I'll give you the cue, man. So so I'm really happy today that Chef Christina Warner is here. Chef C, as we call her, is responsible for leading the class through its coursework in the kitchen and classroom. She has a very unique perspective because she graduated from this program. And she worked successfully in the restaurant industry before she came back to us in 2019, which again, I will say seems like a lifetime ago. And she's been out for the past 6 weeks or so because of an accident. But today, she's here to see this class that she started with graduate, and it's so good to see you here. So, before we move on, we've got a little video that we're going to show that the students made.
From all of us.
From all of us.
From all of us at UA House 2.
We just want to say that we thank you.
Thank you.
We greatly appreciate you, and you'll always be in my heart, in all of our hearts.
I think the whole learning process wouldn't have been the same without either Chef Mo or Chef C.
Chef C, I love you so much, genuinely. You're like the big sister that I never had, but in like a instructor, teacher way.
We'll always miss you. You'll always be like everybody's big sister.
I love Chef C's quirkiness, and I definitely love her sibling like love.
From the first day we were here, you took time to learn each and every one of us individually and learn how to pair us together to, I guess, balance our strengths.
You were a great influence on me for my confidence. Though you were only here for a couple of weeks in the beginning, that set the tone for the entire course for the rest of the whole 4-month period. I felt appreciated in that you could actually see what I had inside of me.
It's like, if you wouldn't have pulled me to the side and like checked me about like the things that I say out of my mouth and just how I say it, I would never even have thought like to do certain self-evaluation. So I want to thank you for that. And I also want to thank you for telling me to be more confident in my decisions, telling me to be more confident in the things that I know that I have, and just for your personality, like simply being you.
But I think seeing where we were then and where we are now, I think you'd be very proud of who we are.
And to Chef Mo, I thank you most of all.
Chef Mo?
I don't know. I mean, Chef Mo's kind of like everybody's mom, like everybody's second mom, and you guys are kind of like everybody's auntie. So it's like, I don't know. It's like a little family. It's like a little community. We all kind of came together, even when things got rough.
That genuine mom-like figure in my life to ground me, to ask me if I'm okay, to make sure that like everything is going on at home safe.
You were there for me for absolutely everything. Emotionally, you gave me critique, and it was great.
I stepped into this program not as confident as I am now, but walking out of here, I was taught by Mama Mo, and I'm confident. And that came from you, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot.
Definitely her motherly love for us, like her just pushing us, making sure we get our work done, looking out for us as we battle personal things. She's just really amazing.
Thank you for just being Chef Mo in general. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being somebody I can count on. Thank you for being somebody that I can call. Thank you for being the strict teacher that I need to get on my back and tell me to do my homework.
When you kind of just really whipped me into shape, and everybody into shape of really taking everything seriously, but also finding and maintaining the passion and love for cooking. So thank you.
Hey, I'm back. It felt like we were on the same level, and it wasn't like a boss or a teacher, you know, trying to show me something. It was more so like a mentor type thing, like trying to guide me. So I appreciate that.
The talks that we had were amazing. You and me relate so heavily in ways that other people wouldn't be able to see. And I appreciate that so much because I never had something like that from a teacher. When I couldn't get here, you made a way so that I would get here every day.
From the bottom of my heart, I really want to thank you guys so much for looking out for me.
I never wanted to be more good for myself than I wanted to be for a person than you. So thank you, Chef. You inspire me every day. I appreciate you and I love you so much.
Mama Mo, like, we love you so much. We appreciate you. You molded us into stars.
The quotes you guys had that were in Mo's presentation were awesome. And we're building a new website, and one thing we want to have are student quotes, and I've got a whole bunch there that we can steal. And the only thing I want to say is, You guys were awesome in that video. Like, now I know who we're, and I know my friends in marketing back at the food bank are going to be like, oh, we're going to come and see that. All 5 of them are going to somehow get involved in promoting Foodworks. So thank you very much. So we've gotten to the moment you've all been waiting for, which is the graduation certificates. But before I start, I want to briefly, I always do this, I want to briefly acknowledge one more important Foodworks partner, and that's the Community College of Baltimore County, also known as CCBC. About 5 years ago, we joined with CCBC to form a kind of a unique partnership that allows us to expand the Foodworks program even further, combining our private resources with a public institution to provide career training opportunities to even more students interested in working in food service. It was interesting, I think 4 of the 5 graduates mentioned CCBC as a place that steered them to this program, which was great to hear. So we're grateful to them for recognizing the impact a program like Foodworks has on the community and for collaborating with us to make it even better. And Steve Church and Yumi Kim from CCBC are here today. So if we could just give them a round of applause. Okay, now I promise this is the moment. Chef Mo. Now for our graduates, where do we have the certificates here? I'll let you grab them. First up, Miana Campbell. Want to see the smile? Next, Morgan Cole. Congratulations, Morgan. Next up, Benito Islas. All right, he got it. Diamande Price. Tyra Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present to you the 2nd class of Foodworks graduates at the UA House at Fayette. Congratulations, everybody. I want to say thank you to everyone who's here. Thank you to everyone who tuned in via the web. We've got some snacks in the back that I've been waiting 2 hours to eat. And we're going to take some pictures, some group shots, so hang around. And thank you all for coming. Take care.